Gene Basler here, Katy, Texas. The month is December. This pruning isn't super recent, but it's in the last 6 months. And it's just too much. I see that they were careful about keeping the fairly recently excavated root collar free of mulch, which is good. But basically, what was done here was everything that could be reached with a pole saw or pole clip was. This is why I use the term goat pruning. Some people call it giraffe pruning. A goat gets up on his haunches and nibbles away everything that he or she can reach. A giraffe, and I've also got a photograph of an elephant doing the same thing with his trunk, reaching up and just cleaning one of those African savanna trees. I think they're acacias, but I'm not sure. Just picking them clean of anything that they can reach. This is not appropriate for a live oak. Live oaks have interior foliage for a reason. They actually have interior foliage for a few reasons. And if you're going to remove live foliage from a tree, then you should do so with a darn good reason. A roof clearance is a good reason. Thinning to reduce weight and wind sail and risk of storm damage or failure is a good reason, but that needs to be done by making selective pruning selections from the ends, not from the interior. So this is actually comes down to skill and training. A tree climber who lacks skill, or a landscaper who has been hired to do tree work who lacks skill, will park himself or herself in a central location in a tree like this and get everything he or she can reach, either with a handsaw or a pole clip or a pole saw or other pruning tool. Worst case is the pole chainsaw. Two good things put together make a very bad combination. The next point is, why does a tree sprout out? These little sprouts that are throughout it. Most of them are vertical. Can you see them? It's not a super sunny day today. But here's one right here in the foreground. These are what we call epicormic sprouts. A lot of people call them suckers, which I guess ain't a bad colloquialism for them. But they do so because the tree is responding to a defoliating event. Its percentage of its leaf population is compromised. So it sprouts out like crazy. And your typical old school tree guy who's been doing this for 40 years, and what was good enough then is good enough now, their mantra, without any critical thought applied to it, is we need to get out there and strip out them suckers what's stealing the energy from the rest of the tree. Well, to which the appropriate reply is, what makes us so smart that we think we know better than the tree what it needs? So a tree has interior foliage for a reason, and consequently it sprouts out as the result of having been gutted for a reason. And we need to think about those things, and we need to consider the way our pruning practices, or in this case, trimming practices, because pruning may not be an appropriate term for the work, affect the tree's overall health and well-being and appearance. So you may make a proper final cut, for example, but was it necessary to make the cut? Any questions or comments? Feel free to chime in.